So you're wanting to start a business, and you know the most important aspect of the business is the name. But how do you legally get the documentation for securing the awesome new name for your business? Today, we're going to be walking through how to fill out, file, and obtain your new assumed name certificate for a DBA, or doing business as, or a sole proprietor in Kane County, Illinois. What's up, everybody? I am Jason from EO7 Media and 4Love Films, and today's tutorial is going to be a little different. If you're new to my channel, we like to create videos for creatives and small businesses to help them grow with their digital and social marketing needs using video and photo content. Today's video?
Now for something completely different.
If you're just wanting to get to the meat of this walkthrough with just the necessary steps without the explanation, click this video right here. It's a streamlined edit just going over the steps that you need to take. You sticking around? Cool. Before we get started, 3 quick things. I promise they'll be fast. If you're a business in need of video or photo marketing, contact us at EO7 Media and let's talk. No stress, no forced sales. We just like to help educate businesses about the importance of video and photo for their brand. And if we can help, we would love to partner with you. If you own a brand or business, and I'm guessing you might just be since you're watching this specific video, be sure to check out our talk show called Coffee and Cameras, where my photography partner Hilda and I sit down in a laid-back setting once a week and talk about digital marketing, business tips, and much more. Plus, we tend to go way off topic and just ramble about things that we find funny and interesting. Join us on this channel or find our uncensored and unedited podcast each week. Lastly, be sure to walk your finger over to that like button and dance on it, because the more thumbs we get up, the more we feel like Fonzie, knowing we're doing a good job. And subscribing allows us to keep making more video content for free. Plus, isn't it awesome to help out a local fellow small business? Okay, enough advertising. Let's get on to the show. Today's video, like I mentioned, is a little different from what we normally discuss on here, but since I couldn't find anything like it online when I really needed the information, I decided someone needed to make something. That someone is me. I will be going over how to apply and receive your registered business name as a small business. This means you are applying as a DBA, or doing business as, or a sole proprietor. This does not include an LLC, S-Corp, corporation, or corporations, or anything of a larger scale. These are a bit different and require more paperwork and steps. If you're looking for that information, call this number here. With how confusing our LLC was with our parent company, I would highly suggest getting a lawyer to make it a smooth transaction. So, if you're wanting your DBA or sole prop, stick around. Now, I live in Kane County, Illinois, and I had to file for a new assumed business name to have my business be legit. You will want to do this if you want to accept payments from clients under this name, set up bank accounts, pay your taxes under this business identity, or a slew of other important aspects for running a business. Basically, this is something you have to do. Through this video, you will fill out paperwork, travel to the Kane County clerk's office, contact the Daily Herald or publisher of your choice, and be ready to pay about $90 depending on your publication. Step number 1, you're going to this website right here. Now, before you even start the whole filing process, make sure you have a unique business name. Even if your business name is your name, you should still do a quick check and make sure you aren't stepping on someone else's branding's toes, or if your business ever grows into an LLC, S-Corp, or bigger, you don't want to have to go through all this work and that extra work again and time, only to find out that someone else has your business name already registered. So go to this website. I have the links down in the notes below. The top of the page will show Locate Register Business Names. Click on the Go To Service link. Click on the Corporate and LLC. Click Submit. Choose one of the following selections: name, keyword, or partial word. I personally have always used name as my go-to starting point to make sure that no one else has the exact same business name I am going for. But it's always good to see who else out there has something similar. Too many businesses with similar names, and people will get confused when they're trying to contact you or find you online, or most important, do business with you. In the search bar, type in your business name and see if anyone else comes up with the same name. Then, I suggest trying it one more time with a shorter name. For example, if you're starting a business called Dave's Delicious Cookies, we type this in and see that nothing comes up. But we go into the partial and type in delicious, we see a slew of business names. And while we don't see Dave's Delicious Cookies, we do see delicious cookies. And that could end up losing you business in the long run because of market confusion. Long story short, do your homework before you start and make sure your name is not already in use. Now that you have a good sense of your business name and you are sure that this is the right name for your brand and no one else has it, do me a favor. Comment below with your business name and what your business offers so that everyone can see that amazing new business and then we can all grow in this area together. Step number 2, if you Google something like business registration Kane County, the website will load up first. The actual site you are looking for is this one. But don't worry, I have it down in the notes below, so go ahead and click on that when you're ready. It's here where they have the step-by-step procedure for how to do this laid out in black and white. But I'm assuming you're probably like me and having a little trouble piecing together the dots and just wanting help through a video. Let's take a look at this list together, and I will walk you through this in easy followable steps. Step number 3, click on the assumed name certificate link and download the PDF. You can fill out the file in your PDF editor like Acrobat, or you can print it out and fill it out with a pen. Here's the information you will have to fill out at this point. Leave the certificate number alone. That's for the clerk's office. Fill out your new business name here. Fill out your physical address where that business will be. If you don't have a brick and mortar location, that's okay. Most sole props and DBAs work out of their home, so fill out your home address. It's important to note that the address you fill out must be a physical location, not a PO box. A PO box will be denied. Here's where you fill out your phone number. Here's where you fill out the nature of your business. If your business is making and selling delicious cookies, write in that you make and sell baked goods, pastries, cookies, desserts, etc. They want you to be clear in your description, so if anyone else ever wants to use the same name as your business, they can differentiate between the two by explaining what the nature of your business is. Next, here's where you print out your name. This part's important. Fill out your name exactly as it's seen on your driver's license. I had trouble with this.
Unfortunately, I only used my name that I go by, not my full name. So that's why we're doing a little bit longer here.
If there are any other owners of the business, fill them out next to your name here. Here's where you fill out your home address and do this for each of the owners of the business. Most importantly, if you're working on a computer, hit Control-S to save it and print it out. Or if you wrote it with a pen, you're already ready to go. That's it for this section. Let's move on.
All right, we have our line of sight. Let's go ahead and go driving.
Step number 4.
I'm going on an adventure!
Take the filled out assumed name certificate to a notary public. This is someone who is a legal notary who must witness you signing the paperwork in front of them. They do this for a fee. Remember, if there are any other business owners besides you listed on the form, they must be there for the notary in person. Now here's the good news. If you don't know a notary or know where to find one, you can just skip this and go to the Kane County Government Center and take care of everything right there. The Government Center is located at 719 South Batavia Avenue, Building B in Geneva. Again, I have that information down below in the notes as well. Depending when you watch this video, you will need to wear a mask inside the building, and once inside, you will be stopped to make sure you don't have signs of COVID with the video thermometer. Go up to the counter, tell them that you're there to start an assumed name certificate. They will charge you $1 for the notary service, $1 for a copy of your application, and this helps when you want to start the process of banking or something similar, and really it's never a bad idea to have a physical copy of this for your records. And then finally, $10 application fee. If you pay with a card, there is a $2 fee, making your grand total just shy of $15. Then they will give you the paperwork called the Assumed Name Publication Notice. Step number 5, it's publication time! You will have to take your assumed name publication notice to a newspaper that is in general circulation in Kane County. For example, if your nephew has a zine or if you know someone at a local school paper, these don't count. It has to be a wide release paper and easily obtained by anyone in Kane County. For myself, I chose the Daily Herald, and for the remainder of this video, I will explain the publication and the newspaper directly as the Daily Herald to avoid any confusion. I looked online and surfing all over the Herald's website trying to find how, where, and any information to turn in my paperwork, how much it costs, what my next steps need to be. I couldn't find any of this information, so I decided to call the main head office line of the Daily Herald. It turns out that the main phone number for the Daily Herald is actually the advertising department, and I was told I needed to contact legal. That phone number is right here. However, if you call, chances are you won't be able to get through to someone. They're pretty freaking busy. So instead, send them a direct email. They actually get back to you much faster through email than through a voicemail. For example, I sent an email and got a message back in 7 minutes.
Just heard back from the Daily Herald legal department.
I left a voicemail and I got a call back later the next day. Email them at legals. dailyherald.com and notice that is legals with an S at the end. Again, I have this linked in the notes below for you. Depending on when you watch this, next part might change. But I did this at the beginning of 2022, so many places were still closed to the public. When I talked to the department over email, I asked if I could digitally turn in this paperwork. They informed me that this is the only way they are accepting things right now, as the main office is closed to the public.
Can literally be done in my office. That's fantastic.
I scanned in the paperwork, saved it as a PDF, sent it over to the Daily Herald's legal department. They send me back a proof image of what it'll run. I okayed it. Your ad needs to run for 3 consecutive weeks, 1 day per week. The first publication must be published within 15 days of the initial filing of the paperwork with the clerk's office. And your publication needs to publish the assumed name in the legal notice section of the paper. The Herald told me what days my ad would run, and at the end of those 3 weeks, they would send the proof of the run with the paperwork that says this in more details, called the tear sheet. But most importantly, they will also send over this paperwork to the clerk's office as well, ceasing the need for me to print out all the paperwork, drive back to Geneva to turn it in after the 3-week mark. This is one of the contributing factors on why I chose the Herald, as some newspapers and publications will not do this step. Even though they say they will send over the information to the clerk's office, it is your responsibility to make sure that paperwork is back in the hands of the clerk's office. You have 50 days from the date of the initial filing to get this back into the clerk's office. If you take 51 days or more, you will have to start the process from start all over again. So it pays to be on the ball with this. Contact the clerk's office to ensure that they received everything. Last thing you want to do is assume that everything was taken care of and something fell through the cracks. Step number 6. After the clerk's office receives the tear sheet from the Herald and all the stipulations are met, you will be given a certificate of ownership of business. Now the party can begin. Woohoo! You're officially a business. Step number 7, start offering your services. Start a bank account with your business name and grow your business. After this, you can trademark or service mark your brand logo to make sure that you own that logo, but that's another video altogether. If you're interested in learning more about that, leave a comment below and I'll get together with my lawyer friend to have a conversation on camera on how to go about going through that process. Here are some additional thoughts. The website also mentions what to do if there are changes to your business information. If there is a change of business address or names of the business owners, maybe you sell the business to someone else or bring on a new partner, you must file a supplemental assumed name certificate with the county clerk's office indicating this change. The filing fee for this is only $5. You must also go through the process of publication again with an updated information. This information includes adding business owners, closing the business, withdrawing business owners, when the withdrawal involves 25% of the total ownership. They mention that most of these changes can be accomplished by mail to the clerk's office, making it much easier than going in. Step 8. If you have a business in Kane County and you did this process or are about to, comment below with your business name, what you do and how people can find you, your website, social media, your physical address. Step number 9. You contacting us at EO7 Media to help you create some awesome video and photo marketing content to make your brand explode. I really hope this made the whole process easier and a little more streamlined. I'm Jason from EO7 Media. Congratulations on your new business. Now do something awesome today.